G'day legends, I'm Limetree MC. Welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play series. This is episode 4. In this episode we're going to be building an iron farm. We're also going to go mining for diamonds, down our mine shaft, near the bedrock layer. Really hoping to get a hold of the last diamonds we need to make our diamond pickaxe. Anyway, enough of the intro, let's get into building the iron farm. Okay, I'm building this iron farm directly over the top of our villager breeder. It's a pretty standard iron farm, pretty low rates. I'll probably end up building something bigger in the future. I like some of the portal designs. The only problem with those is that you need some soul sand to build those normally. You definitely need to be able to get to the nether. This one will do me for now. It'll get me to where I need to be. So it just uses the water over the stone wall trick that bobs the zombie up and down. I made the base of the iron farm out of glass, mainly because of mob spawning. I could have used normal blocks because there's no available blocks for the mobs to spawn on, but I just like the look of the glass. We're also using deep slate bricks on the front of the farm and walls around the outside. So I surround the outside with the deep slate brick walls. If I don't put walls around the beds, I've had issues in the past when the villagers wake up after their sleep. They get pushed outside the farm and end up on the ground. That breaks the farm and stops it working. I'd be interested to know if anyone else has had that trouble. Let me know in the comments below if your villagers have ever fallen out of your farm. The 2 layers of walls is probably a little bit overkill. It really only needs the bottom layer. But because the beds have the villagers up a little bit higher, I like to use 2 rows of walls. Also, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be really appreciated. It really helps a small channel like mine grow. I've built a few different farms in my time. This one's not the best one I've ever built. It's just a bit of a bits and bobs really. Just tried to make it as compact as I could. I have thoughts of maybe building a structure around it to make it look a bit prettier. Have to see how I go in a future episode. Just going to put these glass blocks around the top so that we can see in from the outside. The glass blocks also form a non-spawnable block on top for one of the sides. Once we're finished doing these glass blocks, we'll jump up on top and start on the spawning layer. For the spawning layer, we'll just use the deep slate bricks surrounded by the deep slate brick walls. I've built a few different spawning layers in my time, some with the lava up the top, some with the lava down the bottom. I really like to watch the iron golems drop from the top. It is more efficient to get the iron golems away from the farm as quick as possible. I made a bit of a mistake in this farm by where I have my villager breeder set up. It's a bit in the road. Ideally, I would have liked to have a bit more room. That way I could have had the iron golems drop down further, underground. That way they would have cleared the spawning area much quicker. It possibly would have increased the rates of this farm, that's all. And wouldn't you know it, it's raining again. Oh well, better get on with it I suppose. So just going to put these walls around the farm. That'll hold the water in, and the water will push the golems off the top. I just used 1 layer of deep slate brick walls. That should stop the golems from falling off the sides. You've got to be a bit careful with these walls because sometimes the golems can get stuck on them. At the end when I put the fence gates in, it looks like you need an extra wall on the end, but if you put that wall in place, the golems will actually get stuck. I had this problem a few times before I decided just to skimp on that wall, and it ended up fixing the problem. So after these last 3 deep slate brick blocks, I'm just going to put 3 dirt blocks down. I'll just use them so that I can place my fence gates a bit easier. Then I'll just open these fence gates, clean up the dirt blocks and get ready to put the water in. So I just need the 2 water buckets to form the infinite water source at the top. That'll create a steady flow that'll push the dirty golems off the top and into their bath. They certainly come out nice and clean after their bath. Now I'm just going to build up some dirt blocks here so that I can get ready to put the zombie in. I captured 2 zombies back in episode 2 while I was building the farm. Problem is they're both stored in the same little compartment together. So if I let one out, they're both going to get out. So there's 2 problems there. One, I really want to keep both zombies. I'd like to use the other one perhaps for my villager trading hall. The other issue is they can't both end up in the farm or the farm won't work properly. Having 2 zombies bob up and down separately will make the villagers not sleep. I really don't want to kill off the other zombie. This should make some pretty entertaining footage anyway, trying to separate the 2. What I've done here is I've put a trapdoor up above my head, because basically the player can sneak under a trapdoor but the zombie can't. The zombie will be trapped there and I'll be able to break the dirt block below him and drop him into the pool of water. Just going to finish things off here, getting things ready for the zombies. Things like just putting a block above the zombie's head, just in case the sun comes out or something. Don't want to fry my poor old zombie. Just going to whip out the old time-lapse 1000 while I separate these two zombies. Check back in once I've got them separated. Well, that sure did get a bit crazy, didn't it? Thankfully, I got them separated. I don't think they even laid hands on me. Not sure how I got away with that, to be honest. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly lure this zombie all the way up into the farm. Just need to keep going. He's just going to follow me wherever I go, really, so there's no real rush. I think I got plenty of nighttime left. It's raining anyway, so the sun's not really going to hurt the zombie. Though it would be good to get him all nice and squared away before the sun comes up. So the zombie stops nicely under that trapdoor. I'm just going to break this block below him now and let him drop into the water. I'll just continue on finishing off and put a block above his head, and a button on top of that block's really important so that the iron golems don't spawn on that block. Just finished tidying up all these dirt blocks and I'll check back in shortly. Next I need to work out a way of getting the villagers up into the farm. There's a few different ways of doing it. Both of the ways I know include building a dirt staircase up to the farm. The first way relies on the villager to find its bed. I think what I'm going to do here though is build a rail cart system up to the top. It's a much easier way to do it, and since we found plenty of iron down in the mine, I think it'll just be the easier way to go in the end. I might check back in once I'm ready to test it out, hey, and we can give it a go. So the rail cart system's all finished now, as you can see. There's a few bits of powered rail that drive the rail cart up to the top. I've gone all fancy and used an activator rail at the end that will spit the villager out into the farm. Hopefully the minecart will keep going and end up back on the ground ready for me to use it again. Well, that's the plan anyway. Hopefully it works. I haven't tested it yet. I thought we'd all go for a test ride together. Well, here we go, up the hill. Just what we need when we're testing this out is a thunderstorm. Well, that actually worked really great. I'm actually quite surprised. I'll just replace this glass block and then head back down and maybe look at starting to get the villagers up here. I think I've only got 2 villagers, so I'll send them up while the third one breeds. Okay, well here we go. First villager on his way up, thunderstorm and all. It's looking like it's working pretty well so far. I really should get rid of this thunderstorm, hey. Okay, so the villager was ejected nicely and there goes the minecart all the way back down to the bottom. Awesome, that worked really good. Okay, let's watch as we get this second villager up. He should head up nicely and we can just watch the minecart float back down to the ground. Here he comes around the corner and spat out, and there's our minecart. Nice. That worked really well. I'm really happy with how that worked out. While I wait for my last villager to breed up, I might just head down into the mines and try and find that last diamond. Welcome to my strip mine. This is the strip mine I built down on bedrock layer. Basically, I built a mine shaft all the way down to bedrock. I lined it with ladders so that we can get up and down safely. I'll probably end up converting it to a bubble column after we go to the nether and get some soul sand. Makes getting up and down much quicker. So the primary purpose of this trip is to find some diamonds. I'm a fair few days into this world and I still don't have a diamond pickaxe, so I really need to get that diamond pickaxe ASAP. I've been digging around for a fair while down here and haven't really found anything yet. Hopefully my luck will turn very shortly and there'll be some diamonds up here. Once we find some diamonds down here, we'll head back up and finish off the iron farm. Mining through deep slate with a steel pickaxe is very slow going, I must say. I'm pretty sure I saw a glimpse of diamonds behind that gravel. I sure did. Nice, diamonds. I wonder how many's here. I have to dig out around them and see if there's any more. So much gravel. There's lots of gravel down here. I actually like to collect all the gravel because I use it to make concrete. It's funny, I used to think gravel was so useless until I worked out how to make concrete with it. Now that we've got all that gravel sorted, we might keep mining out this deep slate and see if we can uncover some more diamonds around it. It's starting to look like there's definitely 2. Lots of diamonds here. Oh, that's 3. Nice. And 4. Oh, that's 4 diamonds. Awesome. That's a really good haul. That's plenty enough to get our diamond pickaxe going. So just going to work our way back up to the surface and finish off our iron farm. But while I do head on up, I thought I'd tell you about some of the exciting things I've got coming up in the next adventure. Next episode, we're going to build a villager trading hall. Just a small one, not a really big one yet, just so I can gear up to go to the nether. So that should be pretty exciting. So here's our iron farm all complete. It turned out pretty good in the end. There's a few little problems with it that I might have to fix up. Spawn rates are pretty low, but it's doing the job anyway, generating iron. I had to cut back the side of the hill over there because the first iron golem spawned on that hill because it's too close to the farm. I thought that might have been a problem when I decided to build the farm just there. Don't forget, if you can like and subscribe to the channel, that'd be really appreciated. It really helps small channels like mine grow. Does everyone else like watching their iron farms work? I like to stand there and just watch it work sometimes. I was thinking of building a big iron golem head to cover up the iron farm. We'll see what happens. It might happen in another episode. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope to see you back next episode. See yous.